Alright, today we're going to do add and subtracting integers. So we're going to finish up the notes we did last week. I believe it's on Wednesday. So we're going to be doing the left-hand side. So if you still have those, great. If not, then I'll post another copy for you to reprint. Okay, so when we add and subtract, if the signs are the same, we're going to add and we'll keep the same sign. If the signs are different, we'll subtract, and then we'll take the sign of the larger number. So again, remember we're looking at separate numbers, so 2 and positive 3. Since there's not a sign in front, it's going to be positive. So we have the same sign, positive 2, positive 3. So we'll add, and then we'll keep that sign. Remember, with positive numbers, we're not going to put a plus sign in front. We're going to leave it just as a 5. Okay, so we have negative 2 plus negative 3. So again, when I said it, I said negative twice. So a negative 2 plus a negative 3, a negative 2, negative 3. And up here I also added a little note. If we've got a double sign, so a positive and a negative, we get a negative. Then a negative and a negative, we're going to add. So again, these are just your double signs. So let me add that. Okay, so it's going to be one big negative. So negative 2, negative 3. So we'll add and keep that negative sign. So 5 plus negative 2, again, change that sign. And again, if it helps you, put that positive sign in front of 5. So we can see we have a positive 5 and a negative 2. They're different signs, so we're going to subtract. Take the sign of the larger number. So the larger number in this case is 5, so it's going to be positive 3. Okay, so the next one, negative 6 plus 2. So again, we'll cover it up. We have negative 6 and a positive 2. They are different, so we're going to subtract. So 6 minus 2 is 4. Now we're going to take the sign of the larger number, which is going to be negative. 4 minus 5. So again, we'll add the sign in front for 4. So we'll cover up the 4. 4 is positive. And then we have negative 5. So they're different signs, so we're going to subtract. And then take the sign of the larger number. So 5 is the larger, so it's negative. Okay, one thing that you should know is a subtraction is going to be the same thing as a negative in this case. So don't let that confuse you. We end up subtracting anyways, but sometimes that subtraction sign may tell us to add. So negative 2 plus 4, different signs. So negative, positive, so we'll subtract. Take some of the larger, and 4 is larger. Okay, so let's look at this next one. 10 minus 23. That's going to be a positive 10 and then a negative 23. Those are different signs, so we'll subtract. Take some of the larger. 23 is larger. There's a sign in front, is a subtraction, but again, same thing as a negative. So we get negative 13. Okay, the next one, negative 12 plus negative 13. So again, up here, there's that double sign. It's going to be a negative. We'll change it to one big negative. So we'll cover it up. So you can see we have a negative 12. Other side, negative 13. So those are going to be the same sign. So we're going to add. And then we'll keep that negative sign since we've added. Okay, so again, negative 7. And then we have that negative 8. But again, when we read it, it says negative 7 minus 8. So again, remember, minus is the same thing as negative. So we'll add, and we'll keep that negative sign. Okay, so we will again have a different special case with our double negatives. So if you have a double negative, we will change it to a positive. So the negatives will cancel each other out and both become positives. So we're not going to write r's like this, but what we are going to do is we're going to change it to one big positive. So here we have 8 minus a negative 12. So again, that's that double negative right up here that we added. There we go. So it'd be a positive. So we'll change it to one big positive, and now we read it as 8 plus 12. 8 plus 12 is going to be 20. So again, it's a positive 8, positive 12, positive and a positive we're going to add and keep the same sign. Then we have negative 15 minus negative 10. So again, that double negative, we'll change it to a positive. So now it reads negative 15 plus 10. So negative, positive, they're different signs, so we're going to subtract and then take that sign of the larger number. So that's where we get 5, and it's going to be negative. So let's look at a couple more of those. So again, that double negative, change it to a positive. So we have 2 plus 5. So when I cover it up, 2 is positive, 5 is positive, so we're going to add and keep that positive sign, so just leave it as 7. Then we have last one, negative 4 minus negative 6. We'll change that double sign, and then we'll cover it up. So negative 4, positive 6, they're different signs, so we'll subtract. Then the larger number is 6, so it's going to stay positive 2.